Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M36 Jackson. It's a Tier 6 American turreted tank destroyer. It's located on the south spawn of Pearl River Encounter and it's under the command of heavy999. And I do believe I can see 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of his gun. Now it's a 19mm gun. It's the AT gun M3, which is capable of 240 alpha, and it'll penetrate 160mm with standard ammo, and with the premium rounds it'll go through 243mm. The M36 is basically an M10 with a redesigned turret and a big heavy 90mm gun based on it. They built 2,324 of these between November 1943 and September of 1945. It's a very good tank destroyer, based as it is on the M10. Can't carry the 105mm howitzer that you get on the M10, but the 90mm more than makes up for it. Now it looks like the enemy are having a good time in the town. They managed to get somebody into the town already, and well, they're fighting it out with our teammates over there in the roads leading up to it. There's an Alf Clarence Panther, or Alf Clarence Panther I should say, the awful Panther, the one that they were auctioning recently. Okay, we've got a Cromwell over there. The ground goes up just in that corner and right next door to the rock, which makes it difficult to get a shot on the target. But it's 10 degrees of gun depression anyway. Super chappy. Can you get a shot? Nice one! High roll, 250. Can you get a shot in that Cromwell? Not yet. The enemy seems to be doing rather well over there because they're actually pushing the rest of our teammates back, and now they're coming down the pass. He gets a shot into the awful Panther, and now he's going for the others. Going to first. That one hit the tracks. He fixed his tracks, so he's actually used his repair kit. Puts one round into the King Tiger. Trying to get a shot on the KV2. He can't get it because that rise next to the rock, and it's having to force him to come over, and the awful Panther is actually bullying a T-3485 on our team, and the KV2's just finished him off. We get one round into the rear of the KV2. Now we go for the King Tiger. Yeah, that was lovely. Oh, it set off a premium fire extinguisher as well. He's still alight, and that one ricocheted. Of all the luck to get that ricochet, here's the awful Panther. That one hit him in the tracks as well. And he's dead. Go for the King Tiger. This time round he finishes him off. Can he get the KV2? Oh, he's seen us. Okay, might as well shoot because he's got a long range. He doesn't get the kill, but he does get some damage, and the KV2 is wiped out a moment later by the AMX 1357. So a nice little pirouette there, and he's ready for action again. Now Heavy is rather good with the M36 Jackson, and he should be because he's played enough games in it to get the skill necessary to use this thing. As I say, it's got some of the characteristics of the M10 because it is based on the M10. It's very slow to traverse, and it's got a slow traversing turret as well. But it's got that 90mm gun, which makes a huge difference. Now we've almost capped out, and it is an encounter game, but the enemy's just suddenly gone for resets, and they're sending everybody in at the same time. There's the Cromwell we saw earlier. Oh, lovely one shot in. Okay, there's still an E25 in there, and it looks like the Strib wants to get involved as well, but we've got no shot on him. And that E25 is, well, near full health. He's just hovering on the outside of the cap, trying to get resets. Oh, M44, one shot in, doesn't kill. Can he get the kill shot with the next one? It's a fairly long reload. Yes, he does. 636 is the reload. The standard reload is 767. So he's actually got it down a little. Okay, E25 not looking at us, but he did fire a round in our direction for 114. Their Hellcat just fell off the edge of the cliff and died. And the Super Chappie dies as well. Okay, the E25 has thrown caution to the wind. He's gone in. Bad move. He's now taken another round. Next shot will kill him. That's a kill. That's the 5th kill for heavy999. All took rounds from the Chi-Ri, his autoloader, but he can kill this guy. Yes! Unfortunately, didn't get the kill. The kill was stolen away by the AMX 1357. We'll remember that later on, because there's 2 kills that he should have had, the KV2 and that Chi-Ri. Okay, so they got stunned and damaged by the S51. He took 2 hits from the... was it 2 hits or 3 hits from the Chi-Ri? 2 hits from the Chi-Ri, yeah. Okay, the enemy is behind him. It's the M44. Okay, he's going to try and get some resets. Well, not resets, but get some shots on these guys. Oh, lovely, thank you. I'll have that. That's the Top Gun. Just showed the top of the vehicle. But the Strip 74 has come in behind, and now he's aiming at our M44, or at least trying to get a shot on him. And I'm not sure we're in a position where we can get a shot on the Strip. We may have to go all the way down. He hasn't got the M44 yet. There he is. Ah, that may be why. Low hit points, and he's now gone. And that means now there's only 1 enemy remaining, and that's the S51, the guy who hit us a short while ago. Okay, so we're going to go and have to find him. So we've already got a Pascucci's. There he is! 1 shot in, not enough to kill him. He's coming down to try and get us. Shotgun, and that wins the game and gets a Radley Walters. He would have had a Paul's medal, but for those 2 kills he didn't get. But he did get a Dimitri's instead. And the second game, he's on the north spawn of Cliff in the same vehicle. And this was the next battle after the last one on Pearl River. So it's the very next game. Now, still got those 2 marks on the barrel. Yep, definitely 2 marks. And he's off to go down to the Western Pass to stop the enemy trying to take the donut. Unfortunately, that Super Hellcat ran into the building, and that's kind of slowed him down. But I think they're both going to get into position. Just don't nudge each other. They're both vying for that ideal position, which is just behind the house, so you can get shots on the enemy without the enemy being able to see exactly where you are. Of course, he can pull back behind the house if the enemy makes a break for the pass, or for the donut rubber. No sign of the enemy yet. Obviously, we've got a comedian in the TOG. Oh, now, didn't see that happen. But he fires around into the T150, gets that shot in, but unfortunately bounces the round back, and the T150 does have the donut. In fact, the other T150 tried to make a break for it as well, and they're both in there, but he bounced around that came from the T150, so he was very lucky there. In fact, it was a 300 hit point round, which means it was probably HE, and he gets another round into that T150. So he's probably got the 122mm gun. He fires one into the T67, gets an average roll. Okay, are you still there? You can see your icon, but we just can't see the outline. So he's very lucky that that HE round must have hit the tracks and was just absorbed by them. And they didn't even damage the tracks. But he definitely was hit by that T150's HE round. In fact, it wasn't an HE, it was an AP round. 300 hit points from an AP round. Now, it's not the 85mm, which probably means it's the 107mm or the 100mm. I think it's probably the 100mm gun. I'll have to check that when I look when at the end of the game, which particular round it is. But certainly interesting that he bounced an AP round. I thought it was an HE one originally, to have such a high alpha. He keeps poking that C-150. The Wolverine and the Super Hellcat are reluctant to shoot. Can see that they have gone up on the donut. Whoa, there he is. And didn't pen, so obviously hit a hard point. Can't get around to get a good shot on him because the Wolverine and the Super Hellcat are occupying the best spot, which makes this very frustrating. In fact, the Super Hellcat's not really taking part. He's buried his nose deep inside that that cliff. The other T-150 is up on the donut at this moment, but he is taking damage. In fact, things aren't going so well at the moment, although we've got more hit points than the enemy's got. We are, well, we were two tanks down, now we're one tank up. I think this is kind of frustrating for Heavy because he's usually he's used to actually doing severe damage to the enemy, collecting loads of hit points. He knows that there's a T-67 over there. He might be tempted to blind fire. Oh, what a blind kill! I was saying he might be tempted to fire in that direction, and I've done that myself and killed somebody at the other end. In fact, only today, in one of my previous games, I kept firing at a rock thinking the enemy was behind it. The poor guy got all those hits. He was hit and very badly damaged, and no wonder he was so frustrated when I suddenly appeared and popped him. Oh, went for the Capola and he's blocked another shot. Go for the kill. Lower plate, yep. That's one unhappy T-150. I'm pretty sure that was the 107mm gun rather than the 100mm gun. Oh, enemy up here already. It's the T-150 and he's not happy. But this is where the 10 degrees of gun depression really comes into it. Heavy needs to do lots of damage to move up the marks. He knows how to do the damage. It's not a problem for him. That's why he was so unhappy about sitting there doing nothing. Okay, this is the dangerous side, but the enemy has, well, they've suffered a lot of damage already. They have got a tank destroyer over in the nest. In fact, it's an M10 RBFM. Okay, we're going to take out the Panther. Hello, Mr. Panther. Oh, and he goes down the next second. He was killed by the Tog. So now he's got the opportunity to take out either enemy Arty or the tank destroyers up in the nest. What's it going to be first? I think the nest. Lovely shot. It looped over the top and hit that, what was it, Super Hellcat? He's now moving closer. But from this position he can actually, oh no, Arty's gone. It was a PP. Now, can he work out where the enemy is? There he is! Oh, lovely kill there. That's brought up his high caliber. He can go for the T-34-85, gets a hit, high roll, and one more pops out to say hello. And he clocks that one too for 248, high roll. He's had enough, he's getting down there quick. One more shot. Yep, and will he get the kill? This guy is desperate. Oh, before he commits suicide off the side of the cliff, he gets the kill on that one. That's his fourth kill. Now, the Su-85 doesn't want to come out, so we're going to have to go to meet him. Whoop! Oh, it's a Tog sandwich. A hot Tog. Oh, and the SU-85 dies before we can get there. And he gets shot in the back by the M10 RBFM. That's not very nice. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Here's the end of battle results, starting with the game on Pearl River. That was an ace tanker game, and he's had an ace tanker before because he's got no scrolls underneath it. He's also managed to get a fire for effect for doing more damage to hit points to his own vehicle, a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemies. You also managed to get a bruiser medal out of that one as well. For getting at least 5 critical hits, you managed to get 13. Here comes all the epic medals. Yes, he got a Demetrius medal because he killed all 3 enemy Arty in that game. He got a Radley Walters with that last kill on the S-51. That was his 8th kill, gave him the epic medal. He got a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills, and on top of all that, he got a Tank Sniper as well for doing the most damage at a distance of at least 300 meters, fire at least 8 shots and get 85% accuracy. And just look at that win rate, 17,904. That's high super unicum if ever I saw it. Let's have a look at the team score and we'll see exactly what he managed to do. 4,008 hit points of damage. The next high score was the Hummel on the team with 2,047. And the third highest damage after that was the Chi Ri, who, well, did manage to get some damage into heavy, but not much. And he got wiped out. 1,823, is that? No, it's 1,623 to him. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 8. What am I saying? 3 kills went to the Chi Ri, 2 kills to the KV2 on the enemy team and to the Hummel on his own team, as well as the AMX 1357 and the T29. When it came to base XP, he's got the top in that one as well. In fact, he's the only player to get over 1,000, 1,798 to heavy, 949 went to the Hummel, and 704 went to the AMX 1357, I should say. And in fact, it's worth noting that the only 3 other players who are left alive at the end of that game were Arty, the Hummel, the M44, and the M12. Of course, when 1.13 goes through tomorrow, that's going to change a lot of things because it's very unlikely that those Arty will survive the battle because most of them will probably be wiped out by the enemy fairly easily and they won't be able to do enough damage to help the team win the game. That's what you get if you whine about Arty all the time. You actually ruin your games. Anyway, that aside, let's have a look at the details. We can see he fired 24 shots in that game, got 24 direct hits and 21 penetrations. Very good accuracy, 100%. 4,008 hit points of damage, of which 1,775 were at more than 300 meters, just under half the damage at long range. 5 hits received, 3 penetrations, 2 non-penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. Yes, he did take the hits from the Chi Ri. No way he could avoid that really, because it's an autoloader and he did have enough shots ready to take on heavy. But at least heavy managed to get the response into him and put him out the game. 260 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 11 of the enemy, killed 8 of them, and did 507 hit points of spotting assist in that game. He earned 59,496 credits from the game, but after repair and ammunition from Respawn, yes, he did have to fire some premium ammo. He actually made a loss of 8,321 credits, but I'm sure that the Radley Walters makes up for that. 2,697 XP, no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. So a solid game, ace tanker, Demetrius, Radley's, same as I did, but he had the benefit of also getting a tanker sniper. I didn't get that one. I got these 4, but I didn't get that one in my game. So well done, Heavy. Now, let's have a look at the third game, or the second game rather, and see how well he did in Cliff. Well, that was actually his 3rd mark of excellence in that game. I did mention the 2nd mark on his barrel. He got an ace tanker yet again, 3rd mark of excellence. Fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. Master Gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, Sharpshooter again for getting 10 or more consecutive shots on the enemy, a Fire for effect for doing more damage to hit points of his own vehicle, and finally he got the high caliber because he dealt the most damage in the game overall. His win rate from this one was 10,312, and it just goes to show he abandoned the position that he was in because he wasn't getting any damage on the enemy. He wanted to kill that T150. The only thing that was holding him up was that T67, but he did exactly what I would have done, is aim for the bush where you think he's going to be and fire, and he got a blind kill. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then he went off and dealt with the T150 and then started pummeling the enemy to death and got a fantastic end to it. It just goes to show you deserve that 3rd mark if you can do that. And it's easy once you know how, and Heavy does know. So let's have a look at team score and see how he managed to get on. 3,147 hit points from that one, 1,026 from the TOG 2, and he was the only one, these are the only ones to get over 1,000 hit points in damage. When it came to kills, he was the highest number of kills with 4. The next highest scorers were the Fifi, the Stug 4, and also the OI on his own team. The OI managed to get a cool head in the steel wall, and 3 members of the enemy team, their T-3485, their Super Hellcat, and the M4A1 all managed 2 kills apiece as well. When it came to base XP, yes, he's the only one again over 1,000, 1,168. The next high scorer being the top 2 with 687 and the Wolverine with 640. That means he's got the top in all 3 columns yet again, and really good result from heavy999, shows that he deserves the 3rd mark. Let's have a look at detail. 16 shots fired, 16 direct hits, really good accuracy, 15 penetrations. He only got let down once because I think a shell accidentally hit a hard point on one of the T150s, or I think it may have been one of the T150s, and he didn't get the shot in. 3,147 hit points, of which 966 were at more than 300 meters. Those are the shots he was firing at the tank destroyers in the nest. 2 hits received, both non-penetrations. In fact, both of them came from the T150. I'm going to have to look that up and find out exactly which gun that was the T150 was firing, because it definitely wasn't the HE gun. It wasn't the howitzer. So it must have been one of the other guns that the T150 carries, not the 85mm either. He blocked damage of 600 hit points in total, spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4, did 264 hit points of spotting assist or damage assist in that one. He earned 47,480 credits, and after ammunition respawn, yes, he did fire some premium ammo. He still came out ahead though with 1,950 credits from that game. 1,752 XP, no multipliers yet again, and so that's the amount he took away. But he's got his 3rd mark, 3 stars on the barrel, and he's getting consecutive ace tankers and high calibers. And in fact, both of the games were really brilliant, which is why I considered they had to go up, especially after I had basically the same battle as he did, but in a different tank destroyer, the Tier 7. But he got one better than me, so I'm going to have to go further to get a better result. He's sort of like laid down the mark, and I've got to try and duplicate it. I hope you enjoyed both of those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.